hope y'all are doing well. I wanted to come and do a little video about how I stay organized in school. This is an accumulation of things that I've used in undergrad that were very successful in keeping me organized with a very busy schedule. Also things that I have been utilizing in nursing school in my master's program right now. So I hope that any of these tips or tricks really helps you stay organized and stay on top of your assignments, because I know with COVID it's really hard to remember what you have going on, and especially if you have multiple classes. Like I'm taking 6, some of them start to all blur together and it's hard to remember what the heck is going on. So I just wanted to share 3 different resources that I use to help keep track of my time, stay on top of things, but also allow time for self-care and fun. So it may seem silly, but it's actually really important to schedule time for that as well, because otherwise you may be feeling like you gotta go. There's this to do, there's that to do, this assignment's due here, this exam's coming up. But remember that taking care of yourself is so important as well. And so yeah, I hope you guys find some of these tips really helpful. First recommendation is to get a planner, whether that is a decent one that you get from Target or a blank like bullet journal. Keep something so that you can organize your assignments and make daily tasks. It's a great way to keep engaged with what you have going on and like have it all in one place. I've done like sticky notes before and like written on whiteboards, but I feel like it's really nice to have something that's portable and organized and like all in one spot, so that I can look back at what I've done before and then also see what assignments I have coming up. So I definitely recommend a planner. For me, I personally do bullet journaling. I found that to be very helpful so that I could have journaling of some memories included and then make like a weekly to-do list as well as like daily tasks. So I'll show y'all a little bit about what I mean about that. But basically, I love to always start with how I prepare for the week. So that's what this looks like. I break it down by each of my classes and I show what assignments I have going on, what readings, what presentations I have to do, and it just helps me not freak out at everything that I have, because sometimes you have so much and you're like, what class was that for, and like what else is going on. And so I love having a weekly view that shows you everything that needs to be done. And then from there, I like to break things down into the week. And so daily, at least this is my next upcoming spread. I also just really like bullet journaling because it's a nice little way to like be creative and like be a little bit artsy. I'm definitely not like the best artist or anything, but it's a nice creative outlet for me personally, so I would try it out, see if you like it. I definitely do bullet journal ahead because things do get a little bit busy, and so when I have time for me to do more, I like to do more. Like for example, October, the monthly is already done, and I did like a little monthly budget spread for it as well. So that's my first thing, planners. The second thing I recommend doing is making a Google Calendar. Scheduling out your time, whether that's just breaking up your classes or including time for you at the gym, time that you're working somewhere, extracurriculars, that sort of thing. Although with COVID it can be a little bit hard right now. I feel like if anything it's more important to be scheduling your time, because sometimes things can just get away from you and you thought that you had a 3-hour gap, but then all of a sudden all you did was watch TikTok and then now the time is gone. So trust me, tracking your time a little bit is really important. So I'll show you guys an example schedule from my senior year in undergrad. So here's a breakdown of my Google Calendar from my senior year of undergrad. I put my work shifts for EMT in this darker blue, which helped me figure out, okay, this is when I'm working, this is when I'm doing EMT stuff essentially. My courses are all in blue, which helped me figure out, okay, that's when I have what going on. And then I also worked in a lab, so my lab time where I was going in and volunteering would be in this red color. Any time that was spent studying would be in this orange color, whether that was studying with friends or studying on my own. And any volunteering time I also scheduled aside in yellow. So yellow is actually nursing club for me, and I put the meeting in yellow. I put volunteering for the club in yellow. Volleyball and any time at the gym was in purple, so I scheduled that time out as well. I also like to keep track of when I have any exams, and so you can see that in this bright red. It really catches your attention, lets you know it's urgent, it's very important. So I also planned out some time for fun, and so decorating my costume with some friends was also in there, meeting up with friends, baking with friends. I feel like it's very important to schedule things out to see where all your time is going, because sometimes, especially during exam week, a lot of that time is just spent studying and it does become a bit overwhelming. So making sure to include some times where you're just doing things for you, meeting up with friends, anything that's very relaxing. I definitely recommend that. Here's a schedule sample that could be for you. So just knowing the basics. You have classes at certain times, so you don't need to schedule every second of your day. I feel like that can also be pretty toxic because you feel like every second needs to be productive, but that is not the case at all. It is also good to just have time to relax. Whatever it is that makes you happy, make sure to fit time for that. All I mean by scheduling is to be aware of where your time is going and what you have, because I know for one of my classes, I had no idea which class it was, but I knew I had an 8 a.m. and a 9 a.m. and I accidentally went onto the wrong Zoom link. So it's important to have these things scheduled out so that you can remember what the heck is going on and that you don't miss out on anything. And now the last thing I'm going to show you has been a godsend. I absolutely love this site so much. It's actually an app that you can download on your phone, on your iPad, and have your desktop on your MacBook or whichever kind of laptop you have. It's called Notion and it's amazing. I will give y'all a little tutorial on it, and I'll leave y'all a template that you can use if you're interested to incorporate into your own schedule. If y'all have never heard of it before, it's amazing. I'm not sure how new this is, but I just found out about this pretty recently from another YouTuber, and I'll definitely link her video below as well. But I think it's such a fantastic resource. It actually does so much more than you would think. You can house everything onto this app, and the amazing thing is you can have this on your desktop, you can download it on your phone, and you can also have it on your iPad, so it's super convenient. How I broke things down was I put it in by my year. So my program is 2 years long, and I broke it down by the semesters. I also included important announcements as well as any weekly goals that I may have on here, and as well as a weekly task list of things that I have going on, so broken down by things that I have to do every week, so they just stay there, and then things I haven't started, things that I'm working on, and then things I have completed. So this is what fall semester 1 looks like for me. Just for privacy purposes, I will be switching back and forth between my actual Notion as well as a template that I will be sharing with you guys later. So yeah, I break down my classes into different color-coded subjects, and I have a master schedule. So let me show you what it would look like for you. So going into there, so you have your how many ever courses you have. You can edit this and you can put down what time you have your classes, where you have your classes, if there's an in-person component. One of my favorite parts has been the master schedule. So the master schedule, I put every single assignment that I have, and the really cool thing about this is you could break it down into whichever subject that you have. So you can sort it by the courses, you can put the name of the assignment, the date that it's due, and you can actually make an alarm to remind you when something is due, and it'll pop up for you. And you can also incorporate how much of your grade that it is worth, the percentage, as well as the type of task. You can toggle and put a tag for whichever it is, whether that's like a discussion post, a group project, a presentation, etc. And you can sort it by that as well. And I also like to add any notes for one of my classes. Our DOSIX exam, we have to get a 90% or greater in order to be passing. So if you get an 89%, that's considered failing. So any important notes like that, I feel like you can add in here, and it's a great reminder of when you're looking at, okay, what do I have coming up and what do I need to do about it? So for example, when you come onto the page, this is for the class foundations. I put my instructors' information, their names, as well as their emails on there. The really cool thing about this is you can attach PDFs. So for example, I linked my course syllabus. Now when you click on that, it actually tells you like you can add a PDF in there, and it's actually super convenient because you can see everything all in one spot and you don't have to worry about re-downloading it every single time. I also like to break things down by weeks, and for me personally, that was broken down into the learning objectives, PowerPoint slides, and Quizlet, and then any lab notes that I may take. So with this, another really cool thing is you can edit the emojis. I love that you can do it and really personalize it and make it your own. So I broke it down into learning objectives. So this, I broke it down so that I can look back on this later when I'm studying for exams and see, okay, this is what the key things we need to know are. So it's a nice way to review. I also really like that you can attach PDFs again, like as mentioned. So for example, I included my link to my Quizlet, and then here you can actually show your PDF, and since I have an iPad and I took notes on there, my annotated notes are actually showing up, so I don't even have to worry about pulling out my iPad if I don't have it with me. Everything is all in one spot, so it's super convenient, very, very helpful. I absolutely love it. I love the way that I can organize things and just have it all in one place, so it's very, very convenient. So hopefully that was helpful for you. I'm sure there's some things that y'all have been using already, like Google Calendar, but I thought I would still show how I incorporate things and how I use them. So if there's anything that you found to be helpful, let me know. Let me know if you use anything, like if you use the template for Notion. So I hope you guys are doing well, and remember that self-care is so important. Take breaks, don't overwork yourself. There is so much more life for you to live, and just know that things will be okay. If you're an undergrad, if you're in high school, if you're in a master's program, whatever it is, things will work out. You've gotten to where you are now, and there's still more to go. So make sure to schedule time to relax and enjoy and live in the moment and be proud of yourself for all the accomplishments that you've made already. But that's all for now. I hope y'all have a great week, and I'll see you in the next video.